things to you, and I want to talk all afternoon, or actually I don't want to talk more than a minute or two, but I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here today, because each and every one of you are here to listen, to learn, and hopefully to make a difference. It's about moving our country forward. It's about looking at our community and being a participant. I mean, that's what this is all about, isn't it? We want to participate. We want to make sure we're headed in the right direction and doing the things that can make a positive difference for our communities and our country. I mean, to be honest with you folks, our founding fathers would be very pleased to see you engaging in this process. No matter what your belief, no matter where you're going, where you're headed, we learn from each other, we listen from each other, and to do that, we begin to move forward. I got to tell you, from the Senate standpoint, our state is in a very sorry fiscal shape. It's really, really bad. And, you know, I can walk around the neighborhoods as I go door to door. My community stretches from Palatine all the way to St. Charles, including here at Bartlett. We're in the 28th district. I'm finding more and more people that are so concerned about what's happening in the direction. I'm walking door to door and listening to people talk about the jobs that they lost. They're worried about being able to get back to work. They want to get back to work, and yet we live in a state that is 48th in job growth. It's unacceptable, 48th in job growth, and some people will say to me, well, you know, that's the recession. Well, if it was the recession, folks, Illinois should be 5th in job growth. We're losing jobs every single day in the state. We're not friendly to business. 2 weeks ago, I got called from the mayor of West Chicago that had a business in their community. They had 400 white-collar jobs. They want to expand to 500 white-collar jobs, but they went to the mayor and said, you know what, Mayor, we think we're leaving Illinois. Leaving Illinois. So the mayor called me and called the Representative Randy Ramey and said, hey, what are we going to do here? So we met with the CEO of the company and found out what the concerns were, and the concerns were the gridlock, the problems with state government, not being able to connect, not being able to do things business do, which is to be competitive. They couldn't do it. They had a simple thing. They were willing to build a turn lane on Route 64 at their expense and couldn't get through the bureaucracy of Illinois. The good news is we were able to cut through it, work with them, and now they're going to add those additional 100 white-collar jobs to bring it to 500 jobs in the state of Illinois instead of losing them. Folks, it takes a commitment on the part of your legislator. When you look at your legislator, please look at them at the pattern of what they've done over the years. Don't fall for the money. The other side's got the money, just so you know. The other side's got the money to campaign. Think about this. If I'm running for somebody and they give that person $500,000, they can say whatever they want, and you read one little ad and you go, oh my gosh, what? Research it. It's there. Look at the bills that were passed. Look at the pattern of behavior of that legislator. What direction is this legislator headed? What was the track record? What have they done? What are they going to do for us in the future? I want to know before I move forward what they've done in the past. We had a number of people speaking before me here today, and each and every one of these people, finishing with Bill Brady, but all the elected officials that came before you, Steve Rauschenberger, Randy Hultgren, Randy Ramey, and those people who have held office, ran for office, each, look at their record, each of them made a difference. Bill Brady articulated the many problems I want to talk about a little bit in the speech here this afternoon. But we're 48th in job growth, should be 5th. And as Bill Brady even said, we have this whole issue of the most right-of-way per capita in the nation. Roadway, rail, and water, the most in the nation. We have the best universities. We have all the infrastructure necessary for business, except we're anti-business. Every day, some new legislation comes up because of growing government. Folks, I'll tell you this. If you triple taxes tomorrow, I guarantee this, the following day there'll be line items for every dollar that was tripled. And you know what? They're going to need what in 2 years from now? More taxes. Correct. Because they're going to fill the line items, they're going to fill it with programs, fill it with things. Next thing you know, they're going to have to give pay raises and add more people, et cetera, et cetera. When you grow government very swiftly, we all pay the price. So what we have to do is put the brakes on it. We need to look at forensic auditing. At the very least, random forensic auditing. I put a bill in this year with Senator McCarter to do forensic auditing. Because we believe that, especially even on a Medicaid end, for every dollar we invest in looking at fraud as an example, we save 13 at the other end. I had a bill that I put in for 5-year budget projections. You know why? We have to know where our destination is, do we not? And we need the roadmap to the destination. I said we got to look at a revenue projection of 5 years and an expenditure projection of 5 years. How can we move forward without it? When I was the police chief in Elmhurst, they demanded that I have 5-year projections. Yet the state of Illinois, we just won't do it. We just flounder, we just take more money in, and actually, if you look at it very closely here, we're spending way more than we are bringing in. And anybody who's in business here, anybody in your own home, anybody looking at your checkbook, what do you find? It doesn't work. We need each and every one of you for this fall election. Each of you can make a difference. Each of you can go home, talk to your neighbors, your friends, and your relatives. Any one of you, by looking at the candidates that you saw today, if anyone interests you, please get involved with their campaign. You can get involved for an hour if you want, or you can do a part-time thing where you can work routinely to help that candidate. But whatever you do, please, as you're doing today, make a difference. This is our time to make a difference. This is our time to show up. This is our time that and I can tell you this with certainty, each one of you can change the direction. Each one of you can truly make a difference. And with that, again, thank you all for being here. Thanks for listening for me, and it's over a minute, I'm sorry. Thank you all.